Hello. Good evening, everyone. Hi, Cynthia. Hi.
Yeah.
So good to see you. Yes,
Yeah.
September again, right? So start
Yeah.
of the month. Really happy. Hello. Good evening, everyone. Hi, Cynthia.
Hi.
Hi. Right. Good to be able to share with you on our LiCo book club. So all along every week we actually share a topic, we actually talk about a topic, and we will send out an article for you to read and to share as well so that we can all learn together. So today I'll be sharing the article after the talk in Lyco Wellness community group chat. You can take a read to reinforce our learning as well. All right, so I'll just wait for 2 more minutes for the rest to come in. So if you think that, you have friends, your family members who can benefit from a talk like this to learn more about sarcopenia, to learn more about muscle health, so do invite them in. So let me give you the link. This is our Zoom link. You can actually share with your friends, share with your family members as well. All right. So without further ado, wait. Okay. Let me share with you my slides. Right. Right. Okay. Can see my slides, yeah? Okay, good. Thank you. Let me just light. And all right. All good. Okay. So this is the topic that we're going to talk about today. Can sarcopenia be reversed? Initially, I wanted to talk two things together at the same time. Can sarcopenia and osteoporosis be reversed? Because these two things, as you can see here, really goes hand in hand. Muscle and bones goes hand in hand. There's no one muscle without bone, at least our skeletal muscles, and there's no one bones without muscles, right? So they work actually hand in hand very closely together. But in view of time, I realized that we won't have enough time if we want to cover both. We are just going to talk about muscles today, okay? So this is what we're going to talk about today. All right. So why is sarcopenia an issue? Let's talk about the clinical definition of sarcopenia first, right? Sarcopenia is actually means the progressively losing of muscle mass, skeletal muscle mass, and strength. Muscle mass is one thing, strength is another very important thing, right? And then with that, you can see that the person from here, mm, right? Healthy muscles looks like this. That means we have enough muscles, to move around, to help us with the metabolism and movements and carrying heavy things, etc. And as we age, right? Atrophy of muscles happen, meaning the muscles start to shrink. We will be starting to lose muscle mass. And research shows that above 40 start to lose muscle mass already. And muscle strength declined 30% on average from 50 to 70. So it's actually a big number. 30%, you imagine, is actually quite a big number. So for some of the elderly, you can see that their biceps really shrink, their muscles really shrink, and they look from this when they were younger to this. Very frail, very weak. So over the weekend, I was at Tampines Mall, and I saw my ex-boss from Singapore Airlines, right? And I was quite surprised that he really looked very frail, and it's like can't even stand, like stay stable, and can't even walk stable, right? So but he's not old. He's only 60 over years old. So in today's standard is really young for 60 plus, right? Because average age for Singaporean is already 85, 80 plus. So he's still got a good 20 years at least, to enjoy his life. Because the last we met last year, he was retired, right? And if we don't have a healthy body, if we don't really have strong muscle strength, how is he going to enjoy his life, right? Very simple thing. For example, you want to fly for holiday. We always say, in Singapore, we always say we want to go holiday, right? We love holidays. So Just imagine, sometimes you fly budget, right? Sometimes you fly Singapore Airlines, of course. So if you fly budget, or if I fly budget, I always pack all my bag, and then meet the baggage requirement, which is the carry-on baggage of either 7 kg or 10 kg, right? So imagine at your age now, you pack your bag 10 kg hand carry bag, and you bring it up the flight, right? And you are supposed to bring it up on the overhead compartment. Are you able to lift up that 10 kg and bring it up or not? Right? If you don't have enough muscle mass, if you don't have the strength, you won't be able to do a simple thing like that. Okay, so that's how important it is. And yes, although we know that, in Singapore, we have a lot of covered walkways nowadays, but we still have to walk to the supermarket to buy back some stuff, right? You want to buy some fish, or you want to buy some groceries, and if you're not able to carry and bring them back home, that would be very, very inconvenient, isn't it? So that's why muscle mass is so important. And our muscle mass peak at about 25 to 30 years old, just like our bone mass. It's the same as our bone mass. After that, it will slowly decline at 40, at 60. So for guys, usually you show the decline is actually quite normal, quite even, like you see it declines like this. But for ladies, the declines could have two jump, right? So what happened when decline? You can see that this is actually healthy muscle mass. The muscles here, and then the fatty tissue is surrounding it. But as we lose muscle mass, some people don't even look skinnier. They might still look about the same, but the space is actually filled by fatty tissues, right? So instead of having enough muscle mass, reduction in muscle mass and increase in fats. So that's a double whammy to the health, because we know that both fat mass and muscle mass, they are endocrine, they are actually endocrine organs. They actually secrete out enzymes. They actually secrete out, what do we call that? They are not just standing alone doing nothing or just doing the movement. They're actually talking to every part of our body in terms of, metabolism, in terms of our strength, in terms of our cells. There are a lot of things that's happening inside. So when this happen, all right, the body will be have risk of metabolism, how to say, subnormal or deprived, lower metabolism, just because our muscle mass is lower. So again, people always ask how much muscles percentage is enough. So there's a chart here. I can share this as well. You can do a screenshot of this, either female or male. You can see how much is actually we should maintain our healthy muscle mass. Of course, if we can be at a high level, it's really good. At least aim for the high. But many times when we do consultation, we do many consultations on a day-to-day basis. Most of the clients that we see, the muscle percentage is actually at the low side, especially for ladies, right? So today, I consulted a lady. Her skeletal muscle is only 21.8 kg. 21.8 when her weight is 72. Her weight is 72. So okay, 28 divided by 72. Okay, so for her, it's quite okay. She's at about 20%. She's more than 24%, right? But for many people, especially for female, we see that the muscle percentage is actually below 24, okay, which is something that we can work on. So if normal decline, there are actually many factors that's causing our muscle mass to decline. Number one is mitochondrial dysfunction. That means the mitochondria in our cells, which is the energy store of our cells, has been deteriorating as we age. We don't regenerate as fast as we age. After 50 years old, you know that the body breaks down more than it can build, or less protein synthesis as well, and less blood flow. Because as we age, the blood flow, the blood vessel also is not as good as before, and it gets slower. So that is a normal decline. We usually see a lot of this in a man, right? They don't really have a sharp decline, right? But factors that speed up the decline, there are some factors that would actually speed up the decline like this, that you see really a step decline like this. Number one will be, for example, if you have seen hospitalization. So if you've seen any of your friends or family members, if they injured themselves and they are in the hospital for 2 months, what happened? You can see that they really lose muscle mass in just a few weeks, or not to mention even months. Illness. Many illness actually cause us to lose muscle mass, especially like cancer, okay, because the person won't be able to eat very well, right? Insulin resistance as well. Insulin resistance would mean that the cells is not able to take in the sugar as energy, right? Because when there's insulin resistance, the insulin will be knocking on the cell's door, but the cells will not open up to take in the energy. So the cells will not be functioned properly, just like our muscles. So if you have family members or friends who say that I didn't do anything in the past 6 months, but I lost 5 kg, but I lost 10 kg, it's not a good thing. Likely they are losing muscle mass because of high blood sugar, insulin resistance, okay? Increased inflammation as well. And one of the most common thing that I see in clients is really protein malnutrition, because many of us don't take sufficient protein. That's why you see the muscles going down. Of course, one other reason, especially for ladies, would be menopause, right? During menopause time, perimenopause will take 3 to 5 years. Female hormones slowly coming down, and menopause is defined as 12 months after the last menstrual cycle, right? And within these few years, we see that many ladies also lose muscle mass and increase in fat mass. So this is to do with the hormones. The body is actually throwing away the muscles mass and putting on fat, right? So does it mean that there's nothing we can do about it, right? Can it be reversed? I think that's the most important thing, because we don't want it to drop to a certain range until we hit the disability threshold. Disability threshold will mean that we have so little muscle mass that we don't even have energy to walk. You might have seen some of the elderly who are like that. They walk a few steps. First of all, they move very, very slowly. And even they walk a few steps, then they need to rest already. Need to, wait a bit, rest a bit, and then they can continue their journey. We don't want to go there, right? So prevention, number one, is always better than cure. While we still have it, for muscles especially, it's really something that we use it or lose it. So it's very important to keep our muscle mass healthy, right? So is it affecting a lot of people or not? What do you think? This is Singapore, this is the Yishun study, right? A research done in Yishun. 1 in 3 Singaporean aged 60 and above are affected by sarcopenia. Do not have enough muscle mass. And even below 60, we have 1 in 14, right? So don't think that we are still young, I know all of you, let me take a look. Yeah, all of you only in your 30s, in your 20s. Don't be too complacent, okay? Because this is real numbers for Singapore. 1 in 3 is a big number, right? And we know that 1 in 3 Singaporean also has high blood sugar, but then it's very ethnic based. It's very ethnic biased. Chinese has got a much lower percentage compared to Malay and then Indian friends, right? Indian has got the highest percentage of high blood sugar, actually diabetes. But for sarcopenia, it's not ethnic dependent, right? Doesn't matter which race we are, all has got the same risk, which is 1 in 3, right? So if it's not race dependent, it's not so much dependent on our genes, right? Genetic is not really genetic, and it's not depend so much on what is it then? What is it depends on then, right? Why does 1 in 3 have to go through sarcopenia? Are we not living correctly, right? So what are the risks? Okay, who are at risk? Let's go through this first. Age 60 especially, Mainly it's because of insufficient consumption of calories and protein. And I think the most important thing is sedentary lifestyle. Sedentary lifestyle, right? So initially, research shows that it's very common for people to lose muscle mass as we age. But then again, the researchers went in to study again and realized that this research are done on people who are sitting down most of the time, which is most of us, right? Sitting down most of the time throughout the day. So is the losing of muscle mass is not due to aging. It's because of two main things: insufficient consumption of protein and sedentary lifestyle. And of course, people with one or three highs, which is obesity, long-term inflammation conditions, three highs would be cholesterol, blood sugar, blood pressure, also are at risk. Okay, so the symptoms will be muscle weakness, difficulty standing up, and walking up the staircase, especially standing up. So after a while, you see some of the elderly, they have to, support here and there, to bring themselves up because of the losing of muscle mass and strength. Walk slowly, more frequent falling, because losing muscle mass also will cause imbalance, not able to balance, because our core strength is very important for us to balance ourselves. So poor balance is one, and losing weight without trying. Okay, so these are not good things that is happening. But the treatment is so simple, right? Again, no rocket science, no magic potion, but resistance training, fitness training, consumption of protein-rich food. And if you really can't take it through natural food, take a supplement, take a nutrition supplement. All right. So it's as simple as that. So let's focus on these two things: protein and workout. These two most important things. Okay. So that's because when we work out, what happened? Our untrained muscles look like this. But when we work out, we do exercise, especially resistance. For example, you take a dumbbell, you do like this. So you do contraction, right? Eccentric and contraction and release of your muscles. If you carry heavy enough, it will cause small damage to the muscle cells, right? Small damage. And when you rest, when you put in the nutrition, it will repair and it will grow stronger. That's why when we work out, we always say progressive loading. You want to keep loading yourself with a bit heavier after a couple of months so that it creates enough stress for the muscles. You are telling your muscles that, hey, I need you to carry heavy things, right? I need you to carry weight. I need you to carry weight so that it can grow stronger and bigger. That is the idea. All right, then you can grow. Okay, if no exercise, it will look small. Stage 2, you do resistance training for it to break down, create micro tear, and metabolic stress. Stage 3, a lot of people forgot. I've got a lot of friends who go to the gym, day in, day out, but they look the same after 1 year because they go eat nasi lemak after gym, okay, or chai tao gui or whatever. Not enough nutrients, right? And you need the body to rest as well. So you don't have to do strength training every day. Alternate day, I think, is good enough if you want to increase your muscle mass. And sleep. Sleep is very, very important. Okay, so these are the few things that we want to do. Okay, right? So this or that. Okay, this or that. You have a choice. Right? Many ladies tell me, Jeannie, I very scared of weight leh, yeah, so heavy, then I sweat, then do you prefer steak? Hopefully not, hopefully not. All right, because muscles is something that you use it or lose it. We don't want to go to the point of no return whereby, we need to use walking stick, we need to use the walking aid and all that. Because we definitely want to be mobile, active, and enjoy our life. Correct? All right. Okay. So if you don't know where to start, ta-da, I need to 打广告 again. Our weekly team workout every Monday, Friday, and Saturday. All online if you are wherever you are, be it, Australia or Hong Kong, you can join us online on Zoom, Monday 7:30, Friday and Saturday 9:15. But if you are near us, for example, if you are near Choa Chu Kang, North 5, you can join Patricia on Monday. Pat, you can share the location, all right? Or you can just let Pat know that you're going to join us every Monday, 7:30. Friday and Saturday will be at Tampines, Block 147A and 148. Okay, very near from the MRT station. You just walk from Tampines MRT station. So come and join us. We are the very, very few outdoor workout that do strength training because we really believe in it, right? This is not your Zumba or, just jogging or cardio workout because we believe that strength training is very, very important and we practice that ourselves. So let's come and do together. At least you come for 1 or 2 times. If you haven't started strength training, you learn the right technique, you learn the right posture so that we don't injure ourselves. Remember, if we have injury or hospitalization, it's one of the biggest risks to go into sarcopenia because if you don't use, right, very simple example, there's a research very interesting. They get the students, only uni students, to actually cast one side of their leg, just cast, okay, cast one side of their leg, so they use the other side for I think 1 to 2 months, just 1 to 2 months of using and not using. Same person eating the same thing, sleep the same, everything the same, right? Just by moving one leg and not moving another leg, the muscle percentage for that cast leg actually decrease. It's a month, I think, thereabout, right? So it's really use it or lose it. So please come and use it with us. Okay, so this is our workout. And how to gauge whether you have enough muscle mass or strength or not. Grip test is a very good one. The firmness, how firm your hand can grip, right, is a better indication of health than blood pressure when assessing muscle strength, ability to recover, and quality of life. Right? So one of the institution, they test their clients this way. They use the bar so that, you hang yourself. Okay? This is how you see whether you have good grip strength or not. So some people ask, why grip strength? Just here only, the grip only measure here. But this is a very good proxy for your overall whole body strength. Right? It's just like a friend was telling us few months ago, she got a health scare. She cannot open the not spaghetti, tomato sauce bottle, brand new one. She cannot open. She cannot turn open. So that shows that her grip strength actually deteriorated, decreased. Right? So, do you know what is your grip strength level? Do you want to know? Okay. So for men, 20, 30, 40 years old, you see that the top 10% also decrease. This is in kg. How many kg they can grip, right? You see that the max is actually at 30 years old. So we know that after 30, our strength actually decrease. But do you want to decrease at a fair level, or do you want to decrease at a lowest level? Or do you want to decrease at the top 10%? It makes a big difference to our standard of living, right? Our quality of life. And this is for women. Okay, for my age especially, top 25% is 32.6 and above. Okay, 32.6 and above is top 25%. So let me share with you. This is mine. Can you see the grip strength is actually here? My grip strength is 32.9 kg. Ta-da! Okay, 32.9 will only land me here. It's not even the top 10%, it's just the top 25. But I think it's quite good. I can still improve on it, right? Can still improve on it. So do you want to know yours? Okay, you're in for a treat tonight. If you want, just put in the comment that you want. You will be able to get a free grip strength test at our Nutrilite Wellness at Apura Mall. Okay, we need to book an appointment for you so that you can come for your free grip test. This is a good proxy for your sarcopenia risk. And have this in your record, then come and join us for strength training, over after 3 months, let's come and test again so that we can see improvement. So if you go there, not just you can do the free grip strength test, you can do in-body composition analysis, understand your body fat percentage, muscle percentage, and where are the muscles and fats distributed. You'll be able to do a bone density ultrasound as well to check for the risk of osteoporosis, and of course, skin analysis. right? So all this in one, it'll take you about an hour or so. Let your LiCo nutrition consultant who invited you in know if you like to have this test. Okay, so then we talk about protein intake. How much is enough? People always tell me, Jeannie, I'm eating a lot of protein already. How much is enough, right? So for general adult, 0.8 to 1.2 grams per kg of body weight. If you're active, you need a bit more. If you do strength training, you need even more because we are breaking down, remember, and we want to build. And for those above 50 years old, that's me, okay, just to prevent muscle loss, you need 1.2 to 1.5 gram per kg of body weight. So I use myself as an example. I'm 50 kg. I always aim for at least 1.5, which is 75 grams of protein. So again, how much is 75 grams of protein? Is it 75 grams of chicken? No. 100 grams of chicken gives you about 20 grams of protein. Okay, one egg is about 6 grams. So if one egg is 6 grams, for me to take 75 grams, that's equivalent to 13 eggs a day. Of course, I cannot be just eating egg. So the chicken, the fish will come in, the tofu, the beans, the edamame, all this will have to come in. All right. And you want to spread the protein across 3 meals to support your constant muscle growth and repair. You don't want to take everything in just one sitting, right? So spread it out to 3 or 4 meals. For younger audience, we even encourage them to do 4 meals a day. For those who want to build, really want to build muscle mass, but at least spread it to 3. Okay, so then I always tell people every meal aim for at least 20 grams per meal. 20 grams. That is a piece of chicken or fish like this, the whole thing, right? Like this is 20 grams per sitting. Why? Because we want to trigger mTOR. Then that day, Lei Fong was asking me, right? So what is mTOR? mTOR is this. How to say? mTOR is how mTOR is a process, is called muscle protein synthesis, right? That when the body takes in enough protein in one sitting, it will trigger muscle production. It will trigger muscle production. So you need 20 to 30 grams of high quality protein, like eggs, dairy, fish, meat, or soy protein isolate means you need complete protein, right? In order to have 2 to 3 grams of leucine to stimulate mTOR and muscle protein synthesis. So that is why the 20 gram is important. I do have friends who say that, yeah, I eat 4 meals, 5 meals, every time I eat a bit here, a bit there. But if you don't have that one sitting, it will not be able to trigger your muscle production. That Unfortunately, that is the thing. So in order to have that, at least you need 3 whole eggs in one sitting, 100 grams of cooked chicken breast, because chicken breast has got the highest protein compared to, like chicken thigh. Don't eat wings. Wings is only a lot of skin, very little meat. Okay, or 1 serving of our excess whey protein. All right, so that will give you the muscle synthesis, which is also very important. Okay, so this would be the protein target every meal. So for example, 4 eggs, 4 egg white will give you 24 grams of protein. Okay, about 300 calories. 90 grams of chicken breast give you 24 grams of protein. The calorie is actually lower because the fat is actually much lower. Yeah, 120 grams of salmon. Salmon has got higher calorie because of the fat content is definitely higher than chicken breast. 200 gram of edamame also can, but that's quite a bit lah, because edamame is a bit lighter, so 200 grams can be quite a lot. 150 grams of tofu, right? Yes, I'm eating all that. I usually practice what we teach, but I am also taking, okay, all plant protein, 3 scoop. of all plant protein. This is my breakfast every morning. So remember just now I say I'm 50 kg. I need 75, which is 25, 25, 25. That's my aim. So every morning for my breakfast, I take 3 scoops of all plant protein. That gives me 24 grams of protein. And check out the calorie. The calorie is only 114. It's the lowest that you can find in this chart because there's no sugar, there's only 0.5 gram of fat per 10 gram of the plant-based protein powder, right? For those on my exercise day, after workout, I will take a serving of excess whey protein, which gives me 30 grams of protein, even more, at only, again, 140 calories. Right? This is the highest ROI that you can find for protein already. That's what I find, right? So number one, having enough protein. Number two, it gives me the calorie is very low, so it gives me additional calorie leeway to eat things that we like, right? Isn't that, win-win? Okay, so aim for 50% animal-based protein that's high in leucine and 50% plant-based. You don't want to do all animal-based because we know as all the animal, yes, beef is good, chicken is good, salmon is good, all contain cholesterol, all contain fats, especially red meat would contain a lot of saturated fat, which is difficult to take away from the lean meat. Right? Of course, for egg, you can take 2 egg yolks and 4 egg white if you like. That's also possible. Tuna is good just for canned food, just to be sure that you don't take the sauce because the high is high in sodium. That whey protein is also one source of animal-based protein that's high in leucine. Whereas for plant-based, I like edamame. Right? If you like tofu, black beans, all good. Right? All give you leucine as well. And 2 scoops of all plant protein powder will give you 1.32 grams of leucine already. Right? So it's as good as the pumpkin seeds, similar to all this. So it's a good alternative, or it's a good supplement that can add on. Okay, so that to help with muscle mass. The good thing to use the protein shake to fill the gaps is because it's quick and convenient, especially after workout. You just shake, you just drink. It's calorie controlled and nutrients balanced. Okay, so for me, usually in the morning, we don't have time to slowly sit down and eat a few eggs lah, vegetables and all that. I just do my vegetable blend 5 types of vegetables at least, 3 scoops of protein, shake, go. That's it. All right, very, very fast. And when do we want to take our protein shake? So why after workout? This is a question that I get quite a lot. Why, every time after I work out, I definitely shake my protein and drink because this is because we want to close the metabolic window, right? After workout, 0 minutes, 15, 30, this is the time that the body really needs the protein to repair and to build muscle mass. So that's how the closing of the metabolic window after workout. Okay, so you want to catch when the activity is the highest, give it a good ingredients so that the workout doesn't go to waste. Right? So next time when you go for workout, bring your protein shake with you. Immediately after that, just shake and drink so that you can be sure of having the max out of the workout. Since you're already doing anyway, isn't it? So this is our all plant protein. I've been taking this for easily 20, 30 years, right? My daughter started taking this from 2 years old. This is a very clean plant-based protein with all 9 essential amino acids. PDCAS1 means that the body can absorb whole, don't have to, it will not burden the body in breaking it down. The absorption is very high, low in purine, so suitable for gout patients. It will not trigger gout. It's got all the essential amino acid, no very low calorie, and it can help to reduce LDL as well. Okay, so every scoop of 10 gram already give us 8 grams of soy, wheat, and pea protein. Actually, there are 3 plants to make it a complete amino acid. Because we know that for vegetarian, you cannot just eat one type. For example, you cannot just eat soy. Soy alone will not have complete amino acids, right? So the use in the body is very limited. In order to have all the essential amino acid, you need to mix 2 to 3 types of grains together. That is why all plant protein is formulated with soy, wheat, and pea. When you add in these 3 things, it gives us the complete protein. And I actually study the makeup of all the 9 essential amino acids, right? They are all of different percentage. But if you look at the percentage and I compare with WHO publications of humans' requirement for amino acid, not just for protein, but for different types of amino acid, the percentage is very, very close, right? So Nutrilite researchers have put in a lot of effort to study and to curate this product whereby the amino acids content is what WHO is recommending, right? So it's a very safe option that we can take. Okay, of course, for those who want flavors, there are flavored protein as well, which is mixed berry, green tea, and also chocolate. But I always go for all plant. Again, highest ROI. 1 scoop already got 8 grams, so you have to take 2 scoops. Okay? And for those who likes whey protein, after workout, this is what I'll take. It has got whey protein, collagen peptide for repair for joints and tendons, and beta-glucan, which is to boost immunity. So some people after workout, they might fall sick, they might feel very tired, very uncomfortable. That's because the body's immunity is a bit low. So this product actually look at 3 things. Of course, number 1, essential amino acid for our muscles, collagen peptide for our joints, tendons, for it to repair, and also beta-glucan for immunity. And again, very simple, per serving 22.6 grams of protein and 5.2 grams of branched chain amino acid. And it tastes good. Okay, although it's very, very low in sugar, but it tastes pretty good. So I love this as well. And XS muscle multiplier. So there are clients who tell me that they cannot take the texture of soy. They don't want to take whey because it's animal based, or they don't like the taste or the texture, etc. This is another alternative. This product only helps with muscle building, right? It's a muscle multiplier. It has got a proprietary blend of essential amino acid. It's vegan, it's vegetarian, it's very low in calorie, but the combination of the amino acid will go straight into our system to target the muscles, to build muscle mass alone. So the only thing that this does is to help us to build healthy muscle mass, to build in the gap. Sometimes the gap is so big that it's very difficult to have enough protein, right? But this is a product that can help. Okay, this is a muscle multiplier. Compared to whey protein, 1 gram can produce 0.54 gram of muscle. XS muscle multiplier is 4 times. It can produce close to 2 grams of muscle for every gram of the product. Okay, so it's very efficient, very effective. Okay, all right. So remember about this. So I hope that next month during one of the Saturday, we're going to do this together. All right, we're going to do a grab test together. Okay, just use the bar, the chin-up bar, and just go and hang there, right? And see how long you can hang. So that is a good gauge of how much grip strength we have. Okay, if you want to do the free grip strength test, again, if you are invited by LiCo, by Pat, by Liz, or by myself, Grace, let us know so that we can arrange for this test for you. It's totally free. It will take you about an hour so that you better understand where is your current state in terms of your muscle mass. Right? Then we can put in the interference or intervention, do something about it, work on it, and come back to retest again. Okay, so that's all that I have actually for today. Before I ask you for questions, next week, Patricia is going to share with us on recognizing the hidden sugar in your diet. Yeah. Recently, I also heard from Liz. Liz was sharing that, she went to those 中药行 to buy those 汤包. Those 汤包, for example, they always say 美颜汤啦,清肺的啦, all kinds of the soup pack that you can actually put in the water, maybe put in a piece of chicken, and you can boil it, then you can eat. Looks very healthy because there's some herbs in it. But even that soup spiked her blood sugar because, we were using a continuous glucose monitor to monitor our blood sugar. Even soup can increase our blood sugar spike, right? So what else are the hidden sugar in your diet? Pat is going to share with us next week. Okay, give me a minute. And then week after, I will come back to talk to you about osteoporosis. Okay, so finally, we can talk about osteoporosis. And this time we talk about bone, right? Before that, we're talking about now we're talking about muscles, then 2 weeks from time we talk about bone. And please join us on the 20th of September. That's our LiCo Fun Walk. Not only we're going to go the Botanic Garden HPL Canopy Walk. This is a very interesting route that I have not been myself. Okay, we are going on the 20th of September this month. And we'll be putting in a standing yoga practice as well. So we do a yoga practice before our walk, and the yoga practice will be conducted by Vitat, which is our YIC yoga teacher, our very own one, right? One of our team, so that he can guide us on this standing yoga practice. All right. So now, do you have any?
All right. So I will stop share here and let's see if anyone has any questions in the chat. Anything? Book Liao. Wow, Cynthia is very fast, Okay. So Cynthia also asked, why is sleep important? Yeah, so why? Isn't it train, eat enough already, right? Why do we need to sleep? Okay. What do you think? What do you think? Why do we need to sleep? Let me share with you this. Okay. So there's this research done. I think the scientist has got the same, questions as well. So there was the research done whereby wait, getting insufficient sleep. So yeah, I've got like another 100 slides. Just that don't have time to talk so much. Yeah. So you can see that from here, right? Although the same group, the people actually do do the same workout, but getting sufficient sleep helps with metabolism. It helps to increase our metabolism. That's number one thing, right? And just by having enough sleep will increase the fat loss as well and increase the lean muscle, right? Having enough sleep is that important. So this is what it is. So this is a study in 2011. It looked at sleep deprivation and muscle gain recovery. So it shows that if we sleep 5.5 hours, there's 66% less muscle mass. Okay, even though you're eating the same thing, you're doing the same thing. But if you sleep 8.5 hours, there's 40% more. So at least, if all fails, let's aim for 7 to 8 hours of sleep. I think 7 hours is a sweet spot. Some research actually show that 7 hours because the body need to rest, right? When the body is resting, then it can repair and build. Okay, so that's also very important. All right, Ken? So try to sleep and wake up around the same time. That's another advice, which is quite difficult for people who are at work. I understand, weekend and weekday, like very, very different routine, some people, right? So try to sleep and wake up at about the same time. Okay, so Elise asks, is the XS multiplier suitable for patient with stroke? Yes, definitely suitable. It's vegetarian, it's vegan, and doesn't contain sugar. So it's a very clean amino acids. It's just a group of amino acids, our proprietary blend to put it together, right? We know that for stroke patients, because they can't quite move, their movement is limited. Again, use it or lose it, they tend to lose muscle mass very quickly. And it's a bad vicious cycle, right? If they lose muscle mass, they are even weaker, they can't move, etc., etc. So if Elise, right, if you want to try it out, the XS muscle multiplier for anyone at home who has got a stroke, you can let us know. We can share that with you. You can give it a good try. With 3 to 6 months, I am sure you can see the improvement. Of course, it's not just in a day or two, right? 3 to 6 months, enough time for the body to repair and rebuild. It will not cause constipation. No, muscle multiplier will not cause constipation. Can you take whey protein without exercise? Yes, you can take whey protein without exercise. So what's the main difference between whey protein and plant protein, right? Plant protein is actually slower in terms of absorptions. Okay, so good thing for people who can't sleep, for example, who don't have good sleep, they can take like 1 to 2 scoop of plant protein and they can sleep. Okay, the amino acid can help them to sleep better, can help them to repair as well. Whereas whey protein is a very quick absorption protein. It absorbs the fastest after workout. Okay, but then it has got its cons. To me, its cons is because it's animal-based, right? Plant-based, animal-based, we want to balance both. So if usually I would go for plant-based because in day-to-day life, we are already eating a lot more animal-based protein. But if you like to take whey protein, even without exercise, is also okay because the calorie is low, right? Sugar level is low, so it will not cause weight gain or anything like that. We sleep, so our organs are working on us. It depends on which organ. So when you sleep, hopefully your digestive organs can also rest, right? That's provided we don't eat a full supper and then we go and sleep. Then it doesn't get to rest as well. Our brain is very, very important when we sleep because it actually regenerate and reform memory. That means if you learn, for example, we study throughout the day, we learn, how it forms permanent memory in our brain is only when we sleep. That's why a lot of kids, my daughter included, they always sleep very little and they struggle with their studies because it doesn't help with the memory if they don't sleep enough. Yes. Currently taking Ensure and Whey protein powder. Yes. Whey protein powder, of course, I know it very well. It's definitely okay. From 2 years old, or actually from 1 year old to 100 years old, there's no problem. Ensure, it depends on the version. You might want to switch behind and take a look. Just try to make sure that the sugar is less than the protein. Make sense? Because we want it for protein, If you take something that sugar is more than protein, then you might hesitate, right? You might want to reconsider. Make sense? Okay? Yeah. Yes, Brenda. We should catch up soon.
Thank you.
Catch up for tea.
Ah,
Haven't seen you for a while.
so I got doubt, so must ask you lah.
Sure. Anytime. Yes. All right. Any others? Got any question?
I think Elise has a question on will it cause constipation, but I don't know which one did
I think
she?
she's referring to XS muscle multiplier. It will not cause constipation. It's a very light crystal form powder made of amino acid. So you can see that the calorie is also low. So it is especially good for people who are, for example, overfat but very under muscle. We see a lot of ladies who are like that, especially elderly. They have fats, but they are very under muscle. Okay. Yeah. So with this, muscle multiplier would be especially suitable for them because you also don't want them to load with additional calories and they may put on weight. no constipation. Okay, that's muscle multiplier, is it? Cynthia, you're taking muscle multiplier. Wow, okay, yeah. So the only trick for muscle multiplier is that it needs to be taken by itself. 1 hour before and after, don't take any other protein food. That's because it's a proprietary blend of amino acid. Amino acid are like alphabets, and then protein are the words lah. So there are over 20 amino acid, out of which nine of them are essential. It's just like our vowel, A, E, I, O, U, right? The body cannot produce the essential one, so we need to get it from food. So this muscle multiplier, it actually has got a proprietary blend of that essential amino acid. So the body will look at this, it come in like this. Oh, this is to build muscle mass. It will go to build muscle mass. Yeah. So if we take an egg with it, for example, it will mess up the combination, right? Because the egg has got its own amino acids combination as well. Then it will not work as well. That's why excess multiplier is best. I take it sometimes if I don't have food, I want to go for my workout, I use it before workout. And some of my friends who are doing soccer training, football training, they take it in between the 45 minutes. They take during the, I don't know what I call that, the 15 minutes break in between. That's the best time. Okay. Yes, no constipation. Okay. So any others who would like to share your experience? So for myself, maybe share my own experience. 10 years ago, I was only 40 plus. When I first started my healthy journey, right, healthy wellness journey, my body fat was 32%, right? So my muscle mass was a lot lower lah. Okay, and now my body fat is constantly at about 22-23%, and my muscle mass at 50s is definitely more than 40s. So if you ask me, can losing of muscle mass, can sarcopenia be reversed? The answer is a very strong and bold yes. All right, definitely. Just by doing the right workout, having the right diet, lifestyle, sleep, okay? You can definitely reverse that and build healthy muscle mass. All right, so if we have no more questions, thank you very much for spending this hour with me. We hope that all of us learn something. More importantly, I hope that you apply something to your life starting tomorrow. A small change that next week, come back, same time, same channel, same Zoom link, we share with each other. What have we changed? Yes.
I got one question to ask you.
Yes.
I don't know lah, because they say if you take too much meat, weight got gout.
Too much what?
Then how? Some people say you eat too much meat, you will have gout.
Having
Then
gout
how?
is a body condition. How come he can eat so much meat and I cannot eat, right? It's not because the meat has problem. It's because our body got problem. We're not able to metabolize the meat properly, right?
Oh, so I see.
Yes. So taking white meat is better than red meat because
Red meat.
usually it's the red meat that trigger gout. Beef, duck are the usual culprit that trigger gout.
But
Right.
red meat got iron, eh?
Correct.
Then
Red meat
how?
got iron. So you take in moderation. Usually we
Oh.
suggest only 2 times a week that you take red meat if you need. Yes. So what else has got iron? Not just red meat got iron. Dark leafy vegetables also got iron. So take more. That way I can take every day, no problem. Your gluten green, no problem.
Because I need to build muscle mass, so I must eat more protein,
Yes. So you can
But I
go.
get gout also, no?
Yes, go for fish. I think fish is the best bet. Salmon, cod fish, tuna, mackerel, all this should be your daily thing. Take more of that.
Salmon not under red meat,
No, what is salmon red meat? No.
I see the color orange.
No. Yeah, these are all good.
Okay, important still take protein powder.
Protein powder, of course, because of your size, right? You
Yeah.
are this size for a reason. That's because your appetite hasn't always been very, very good. You are not the got food, then you wallop kind, right?
Correct.
A bit, then you feel full. So in between, you supplement with protein shake. Yeah.
Can. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. We catch up. Okay. Thank you,
Okay,
everyone.
thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Good night.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.